Guys, welcome back. I'm super excited for this week because I finally get to do a tutorial that I've been wanting to do forever. Just honestly never had a reason to or the guts to do it. So this week I'm going to show you how to become Lady Gaga from American Horror Story as the Countess. I love Lady Gaga and everything that she's about just because she never has any fear to be herself and just, totally get into her role. So I was really excited to do this tutorial to show you guys how to become Mother Monster. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is start with clean skin and clean off your eyebrows, make sure they're clean, and you're going to need to use a washable glue stick. Make sure that it's washable so it will come off with water, and cover your eyebrows, make a nice thick layer. Wait for that to dry, and when it's drying, prep your eyes with an eyeshadow primer. Then start by covering your eyebrows with a light concealer. This can just be anything really light due to the fact that she is very pale. So we're going to want to cover that up. And I'm using a eyebrow brush to do this as well, just to really cover those hairs. So let that really get in those brows and cover it up. Just because my eyebrows are so dark, I'm going to have to do a few layers of this. Then go in and apply like a nude neutral tan to your whole eye. Then go in with a darker tan nude eyeshadow color and use a business card to get a really crisp clean line, and just kind of smoke that out into a cat eye to get her infamous nice winged liner. Then go in with a darker kind of more orangey tan color and just go in and really line and make a really defined cut crease. So this will give her that more kind of contoured look and structured look to her eye. Then cover your lid with a white shimmer eyeshadow, kind of just to give it a good little prep and prime for that, just because we're going to go back in and blend it out, but it's just going to give it a little bit more depth later. So go in again with that business card and blend out the eye, and just go in and now kind of blend out that lighter area. Then go in underneath your eye and apply a very generous amount of a thick white concealer and apply underneath your eye, and make sure you get underneath that eyeliner line as well, so it makes it really nice. Then go in with a setting spray and spray your sponge. I'm using the NYX setting spray for this. And just go in and blend out that concealer really nice, but make sure to not spread it out, just kind of pack it on. Then go in and contour the other areas. Again, I'm using a really light white concealer to do this, just to get that really pale, vampire-y kind of look that she has. So go in and apply a generous amount to your whole face into the areas that you want to contour, and we'll highlight actually, so that way we can contour later and give her that really structured cheekbone that she has. Then I'm going to go in again and cover my eyebrows once more, and again just go in with the eyebrow brush and cover these really well, kind of blend things out so it goes along with the hair so it looks like they're bleached and not just completely gone. I don't want to completely cover my eyebrows just because it look weird, but make them very light and kind of white and bleached looking. Then go in again and apply another layer of the concealer just to really cover any dark areas and really conceal and contour these areas for later, so when we do contour that her face will look very structured and highlighted and white underneath the eyes because she has a very bright under eye. Then go in with a darker concealer and start your contour. Make sure you get your cheekbones and really work that in with a sponge just to make sure there are no harsh lines. Then go in and contour the other areas that you would want to contour, jawline and up above your forehead. Then go in with a smaller brush and contour your nose. Make sure you don't contour too much. She doesn't contour her nose a lot, but I'm just trying to make it look more like the shape of her nose. So that way I will look a lot more like her. So go in and just contour that nose out to make it match hers. But be careful with it, don't contour too much, and just make sure you blend all of that out and it won't look too contoured. Then I'm going to go in again and apply another layer of the concealer to my eyebrows and just kind of work that in as we go. So that way it covers it. Use the sponge when you need it. Then we're going to start our first step of baking, and I'm going to use a translucent white setting powder for this just to make my skin look very pale and slightly translucent. This is just going to give it a paler look. And go in and make sure you really structure those cheekbones and get those areas that you really want to be contoured and prominent. Then go in again with that brush and just blend everything out in your eye. Make sure everything's blended. Then take a darker brown gel eyeliner and use a small angled brush for this and just kind of give yourself a defined cat eye. Nothing too crazy because we're going to blend this out later. Then go in and blend out that bake. Make sure you don't blend too hard, but get all of that excess powder off because we will be baking again, just to give you that really pale look. Then go in and contour those cheekbones with a bronzer. Use a cool tone one for this. Then go in with a darker brown and start to contour out those and hollow out your eyes a little bit. Then go in and blend out that cat eye so it just makes it kind of a smoky cat eye. As you see in a lot of her pictures, that is what she looks like. It is not a prominent line. And make sure that under eye area of the line is very cleaned up at all times. Then line your inner waterline with a white eyeliner just to make sure that it really pops and makes your eyes bigger. And make sure you get those inner corners as well. Blend this out with a lighter shimmer color just to make it not look so white, but it will give you more of a contoured and shadowed look to your eyes. So they look more hollow like hers do and slightly sunken in. So make sure the contour is nice and blend it out. Then we're going to start our second bake, and this time I'm using kind of a yellow based peach tone contouring powder for this, and I'm just going to rebake my face to really give it a pale translucent look, and cover your eyebrows this time so they can bake a little bit as well, and blend all of that out. Then go in and blend out that eyeshadow one more time and kind of extend it past your eyebrow a little bit. Then go in and just make sure everything's super blended. And make sure that under eye line of the cat eye is very crisp and clean, and set your skin again with the NYX setting spray. I'm going to go in once more and just kind of brush out my eyebrows with a little bit of powder to give them more of a bleached kind of look. Then do a light coat of mascara on both eyes, and if you're not making weird faces when you're doing this, you're definitely not doing it right. So please ignore the lovely faces that I make while I do this. And of course, I have to take a few photos. Then go in and wipe off your lips so we can get them nice and bloody looking. I'm going to be using a dark blood red liquid lipstick for this, so it will not come off when I take pictures and apply blood later. So do this and apply a very generous amount. Make your lips as big and bold as you would like. Clean it up with a concealer brush at the end to make that line really nice and crisp. Then go in with a lighter red liquid lipstick and cover your lips so it gives it a little bit of a contoured look. And you cannot forget her little beauty mark. Or selfies. Now we're done with the first part of the tutorial. So this is going to be the base kind of look. This is the everyday kind of look prior to putting on the blonde wig. But this is just her regular everyday walk around, the hotel makeup. So now let's get to the really fun, bloody, gory part of where she becomes the Countess and her vampire-like self comes out. So let's do that. Well, now that we're back and we now have blonde hair like Mother Monster, we can now get started with the fun, bloody part. Now that we're slowly getting into character, let's get bloody. So first thing that I'm going to need to do is use a red kind of blood-toned special effects paint, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of this to my inner corner of my mouth to make it look like I smeared a little bit of blood when I was drinking my earlier meal. So apply some of this and use your fingers just to kind of mess it up. It does not need to be perfect because blood does not splatter perfectly. And then apply some to your neck as well, just because later we're going to put a little more blood on top of this, but just to create a nice little base for this. And you can again use any special effects paint for this. Anything red will work. And just work this in with your fingers. Make it not look perfect and clean. Again, blood is not super clean. It gets all over the place. Then I'm going to go in with the special effects blood and apply this to the inner corner again to my mouth. Apply some drips. Make it look believable, guys. Have fun with this. Then go in and apply some to your neck and get dirty and just rub it around, because honestly, that's how blood looks. It is not perfectly placed, so have fun with this. Apply it everywhere, get gross with it, because again, we are a vampire and we just fed, so, have blood everywhere. Then I'm going to go in and apply a nice red gloss on top of my lipstick just to make it look like I freshly drank some blood, and give it a nice little bit of shine to my lips, vampire-esque lips. Clean up any drops of blood that are falling, and apply a generous amount to your lips of this. Then put your fur on and put even more blood on because, what we had before was just not enough. And just to pay homage to her at the end of the show, when she finished out as the Countess neck was slit, so I wanted to pay homage to that and slit my neck as well. But you do not have to do this. This was just something I wanted to add at the end. Thanks guys, I hope you had fun doing this makeup with me, and I can't wait to do more looks like this with you guys, so stay tuned.